In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to implement Azure Key Vault. So what I will do is that I will create an Azure Key Vault, and then I will create a password secret key within the Key Vault, providing a securely stored, that is centrally managed password that you can use for any of your applications. So there are three tasks that I will perform here. The task one is that I'm going to create an Azure Key Vault. In task two, I'm going to implement a role-based access control. And in task three, I'm going to add a secret to the Key Vault. To create a Key Vault, I'll go to the search and I will type Key Vault. Then I'll click on the Key Vault. So what I will see is the list of Key Vaults that I have created, if there is any. But I do not have any Key Vaults. So what I want to do is to create a new Key Vault. So I'll click this create button, and it will give me a form that I will use to create the Key Vault. So this form will allow me to create an instance of a Key Vault. So the first thing that I will do is to select the subscription. I will use pay as you go subscription. Then I will select the resource group. So I will click create. I will type RG1 to create a new resource group. Next is to give the Key Vault a name. So I will use Key Vault test 1759. Okay, let me say 1759 Key Vault test. You can see, so there's a reason why I have to type this, because some services allow you to start with a number, but in this case, it said vault name must only contain what? Alphanumeric character and dashes, and cannot start with what? With a number. So I'm going to rewrite it again, and I will say this time around Key Vault test 1, 2, 3, 4. So wait for the confirmation. Then I will select the region. The region will be East US. And for the pricing tier, it will be standard. Then I will click review plus create. But before I click review plus create, there are other additional things that you can set if you are creating your own Key Vaults, like this one that says days to retain deleted vault. As you can see, it's under what? Soft delete. So by default, soft delete is enabled in this Key Vault, and the period that it will retain any deleted information or any deleted vault is for what? 90 days. So you can decide to change this number. You can also go to the access configuration to configure either vault key policy or any other access configuration. But I'm going to leave this for now, and I'll click review plus create, because the next task will allow us to configure one of the access configuration, which is the role-based access configuration. Still have issues with the name. It's already in use. Okay, let me say 1995. So it's going to check the information all over again, and if you now discover that everything is in order, then it will allow me to click this button to create the Key Vault. Right now the button is disabled, So I will wait until the button is enabled. So the button is enabled now. So I will click create, and is initializing the deployment now. And after the initialization of the deployment, it's going to supply the deployment or submit the deployment into the Azure portal. As we can see here, is submitting the deployment template now for the resource group, and is going to go ahead and submit every other necessary information based on what I selected while configuring it. And so anywhere from now, it should be ready. As you can see, it says deployment is in progress. So I'm going to pause this video now, and I will come back when the deployment is completed. Oh, deployment is even completed. So from here now, I will click go to resource. So this will take me to the key vault. The key vault name is key vault test 1995, and these are the information about the key vault. For instance, this is the URL of the key vault. So I can give this URL to any user, so they will be able to use this URL to access information from this key vault. But before they can access any information there, I have to configure the role-based access control. So in order to configure the role-based access control, I'm going to locate access control IAM. This is it, and I will go to access control IAM. In the access control IAM, I will click add role assignment, or from this drop down, I will select add role assignment, and it's going to give me some additional information. So this is where I will add a rule. So this is how I will configure a rule, and also for a particular user. So for the role, I want to make it a key vault administrator. This is the key vault administrator, and I will click next. Then on the member, I'm going to click select member. Then I'm going to add my own user account. So I'm waiting for this information. So it's almost ready. So this is my user account. I will select it. Then I will click review plus assign. To finish this procedure. So I'll wait for it to assign that role to that user, so that I can access the keywords. And here now, under the role assignment, I should be able to see, look at it, under the key vault administrator, I have what? This is my own account. Now, under this key vault, there are other things that we can configure. For example, under object, we have things like keys, secrets, certificates. All of these are what we can configure for this key vault. And if you go to settings, we have stuff like access control, networking, Microsoft vendor for cloud, properties, and lock. All of this information are what we can actually configure under this key vault. So The next thing I will do now is to add a key, which is a secret key, to the vault. So under the object, I'm going to click secret, and I will now select the generate slash import, and this will allow me now to generate a key. Now under the upload option, the key is manual, it's not auto, and the name of the key will be um, example password, and the value for the key, let me put a value there: small h, capital V, capital F, double K, 96. And I will go ahead and click create. So the remaining information are optional. Now I've created the secret key. So once the secret has been created successfully, I can see the key here. So I'll click on the key, example password, and I can see a lot of information about this. For instance, this is the current version, which simply means I have only one version. I can even go ahead and configure it in such a way to configure our activation date and expiration date. So maybe I want that particular key to have the time that we can use it. So we can go ahead and configure that. So if I click somewhere here, it will allow me to get more information about that version of the key. This is, for instance, this is the created, that is showing the date and time this key was created, and also when it was updated. Then this is where you can set the activation date and the expiration date for the key. So these are other information that you can set. For example, if I want to see the key, I can click here to show the key, and I can see the key here. So if I have another user now that I give this kind of access to, the user can also see this information, and he can use this URL to access that particular key. So what I have done is that I've created an Azure Key Vault, and then I also went ahead to create a password secret in that key vault. And in that password secret key, I was able to provide a particular password that users can now use to secure any of their resources. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing to this channel. Please let me know what you think in the comment section, and do not forget to leave a like and share this video. See you in the next one.